Good morning. Yesterday we had introduction of our syllabus. As I told you, I am going to teach you statistical mechanics, electromagnetic theory and relativity. Let us start with the second unit of this paper, classical and quantum statistics. First article of this chapter is phase space. To understand phase space, we should know what is frame of reference. You people are familiar with the coordinate systems. Cartesian coordinate system. You know, we use two-dimensional Cartesian coordinate system and three-dimensional Cartesian coordinate system. For what purpose we use these coordinate systems? We use these coordinate systems to locate or position certain object, certain point, certain event. A coordinate system is always used to specify position of something. Such coordinate system is known as frame of reference. In addition to Cartesian coordinate system, many more coordinate systems are there. Polar coordinate system, spherical polar coordinate system, cylindrical polar coordinate system. Some astronomical coordinate systems are also there, which are generally used to study various celestial objects in astrophysics and astronomy. Of course, we are not going to all these coordinate systems. Coordinate system is example of frame of reference. Frame of reference or a coordinate system is always used to specify or to locate the position of something. That may be a particle, that may be object, or that may be an event. The thing that we want to specify its position, if it is stationary, in three-dimensional space we need only three coordinates, x, y, z. With the help of the coordinates x, y, z, we can specify the position of a particle or of an object, and the three coordinates x, y, z are sufficient. But if a particle is in motion, these three coordinates are not sufficient because the particle is not stationary. And therefore, we have to move for some frame of reference, some coordinate system using more than three coordinates. Let us suppose the particle or an object is in motion. We want to specify its position as well as its energy. To specify position of the particle in motion, we need the three coordinates x, y, z. To specify energy of the particle in motion, we need three more coordinates. These three more coordinates are known as momentum coordinates. Let me call them px, py, pz. Okay, so now we are having a coordinate system which has 6 coordinates, and these are x, y, z, px, py and pz. We have now 6 coordinates. With the help of these 6 coordinates, we can locate any particle or object in motion. 3 position coordinates, 3 momentum coordinates. This space defined using these 6 coordinates is known as phase space. This space defined using these 6 coordinates is known as a phase space. So a molecule in motion, a particle in motion, an object in motion should be defined in phase space with the help of these 6 coordinates, 3 position coordinates and 3 momentum coordinates. Such space, what is space? Space is some limited region of the whole space. That limited region in which we are going to use these 6 coordinates to define position of a moving particle, moving object is known as phase space. Every phase space can be further divided into smallest volume elements. A volume element in a phase space mathematically may be defined by volume of the smallest volume element, or a smallest volume element of the phase space may be defined by this equation: dx dy dz dpx dpy dpz. And this smallest volume element of the phase space is known as cell. You may call this as simply a cell or a phase cell. Instead of calling it as phase cell, we generally call this as a cell. So what is a cell? Cell is smallest volume element of a phase space, whose volume is mathematically written as dx dy dz dpx dpy dpz. A phase space may have very large number of such cells.